In the entire neighborhood, Grandpa was known for telling stories. No one knew his real name. Everybody just called him Grandpa, and nobody minded that. All the children, small, slightly bigger, and even quite grown up, knew they could come to Grandpa with a question that was important to them, and he would tell them a story that would make everything, or almost everything, clear. One day, when Grandpa was working in the garden, a bunch of teenagers came to visit him. One of the boys said, "Grandpa, we need your advice. We have been arguing about what can bring one true happiness, and we cannot come to terms. Some of us say that it's being very well off, some that it's fame, and the rest say that both are indispensable. Can you help us?" Grandpa smiled. "Your argument has reminded me of a story I heard from someone a few years ago. Maybe it'll make things a bit more clear to us. Listen. There was a boy who wanted to become a pop singer. Even though he didn't lack the talent, his chances weren't very high, as he came from a poor family that couldn't afford paying for his music lessons. But over the years the boy persevered with practicing on his own, and one day, by sheer chance, he was heard singing by a person who was very influential in the pop business. To make a long story short, the boy made a great career and became a true star, worshipped by millions of fans. He felt so happy. The years of poverty seemed almost unreal now. He could have everything he only dreamt of. He owned several limousines, a plane, and a castle in France. But then, one day, he experienced a strange wave of sadness. It was as though everything he possessed started to diminish in value. This feeling grew in him with time. Finally, he had to admit to himself that he wasn't happy. He didn't know what to do. He felt miserable. Then one day an old friend called him and said, "Listen, we're flying to Africa with a load of wheelchairs for the victims of a local war. Come with me." The singer joined in. When already on the spot, he took part in distributing the wheelchairs among the poor footless kids. When he set a 10-year-old girl in one of the wheelchairs and turned round to go, he felt that someone was holding him by the leg. He looked down and saw that it was the girl he had just set in the wheelchair. "Why are you doing this?" he asked, surprised. "Because I want to remember your face really well, so that when I meet you in heaven, I'll be able to recognize you and thank you once again for being such a good man." The man's heart melted. He instantly knew what he would be doing from now on to feel truly happy.